Welcome to Stoic Today, where growth begins within and silence speaks louder than noise. We're truly grateful to have you here. In a world that constantly demands you explain, prove, and perform, your choice to pause and reflect is a radical act of power. So before we dive into today's message, please take a moment of your valuable time to click the subscribe button, leave a thoughtful comment, and become part of a community that's not just seeking inspiration, but committed to transformation. This is what we'll explore in today's message: the quiet strength of those who stop explaining and start rising. Like this video if you're done performing for people who never saw you. Comment with how silence has become your power. Subscribe to Stoic Today and step into your next chapter, rooted, resilient, and ready. Have you ever caught yourself in an endless cycle chasing approval, validation, praise, or just enough noise to feel like you matter? It's like a treadmill that never stops, and no matter how fast you run, you don't feel closer to peace. Here's the raw truth. Most of us are so consumed by what others think, by their words, their opinions, their validation, that we forget where the real power lives. It lives within. Not out there, not in the applause, but in your ability to redirect your focus inward, to stop explaining, stop justifying, and start healing. That's when everything starts to shift. There's a truth most people never realize until they're exhausted chasing a version of success that's built on performance, not peace. When you start keeping your energy for yourself, when you stop wasting your breath explaining your growth to people committed to misunderstanding you, you change your direction. And when you change direction, your life follows. The moment you choose silence as strength and presence as your anchor, you begin building a version of you that doesn't need permission to evolve. And if you're ready to change your life, to really change it, not just talk about it, then buckle up, because that change. We live in a world where everyone feels the need to speak up, react, explain, defend, like silence is uncomfortable. Like if you're not constantly broadcasting your thoughts, your opinions, your moves, you're irrelevant. But here's the truth that nobody talks about. Silence. It's a superpower. It's one of the strongest moves you can make, and most people don't know how to use it. We're conditioned to believe that power comes from volume, from being loud, from having the last word, that if you're quiet, you're weak, that if you don't respond, you've lost. But I want to challenge that, because when you choose silence, not out of fear but out of confidence, it's a gamechanger. It tells the world, I don't need to react to prove anything. I know who I am. That kind of silence, that's not weakness, that's discipline, that's control, that's you choosing not to waste your energy on nonsense. It's you understanding that not everything needs a reaction, not every situation deserves your attention, not every comment is worth your voice. And listen, I get it. You've probably been in situations where someone said something that lit a fire in you. You wanted to respond, you wanted to clap back, you wanted to prove your point. But let me ask you this. What did you actually gain from that? Did it fix anything, or did it just drain your energy and pull you into a cycle of negativity? Because silence, when it comes from strength, is never about letting someone walk over you. It's about choosing your battles. It's about standing in your own power and knowing you don't owe anyone your peace just to win an argument. Silence says, I don't have time to shrink down to your level. I'm too focused on building something bigger. It's also about listening, really listening. When you're silent, you start to observe more. You hear what people are actually saying. You start to notice who supports you and who only cheers when it benefits them. You start to filter out the noise and tune into your own intuition. And that intuition, that inner voice, it gets louder when the outside world gets quieter. And silence is scary for people who don't understand it. It makes them uncomfortable. They want a reaction. They want you to
remember something small about him. When you show care in quiet ways, he notices it, tells him. You see him not just for what he can do, but for who he is. And lastly, he sees these small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. Your strength. When life gets hard, a woman's true essence is revealed in difficult moments. Do you crumble or do you endure? Do you let storms shake your identity or do you stand firm? A man notices if you are the kind of woman who carries herself with faith and resilience, even when no one is watching. Strength is not in how loud you are, it is in how steady you remain, when everything around you is uncertain. Ladies, you don't have to try to impress a man with what is seen, because what makes you unforgettable is what is. These small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. Unseen true beauty is found in character and grace, in how you walk through life with purpose. When a man sees that he sees something rare, and rare is worth pursuing, a man notices more than just a woman's appearance. He observes the way. She carries herself long before she speaks. Her presence has already communicated something about her, the way she walks, the way she holds her head, the way she enters a room. These things tell him about her confidence, her self-respect, and how she perceives herself a woman who knows her worth. These small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. Doesn't shrink in the presence of others, nor does she demand attention. She simply exists with an assurance that draws people toward her posture, speaks volumes. A woman who walks upright with grace and poise radiates acquired strength. She doesn't have to announce her confidence. It is evident in her movements. There's a difference between walking into a room, unsure of oneself, and stepping in with a sense of belonging. A man notices if a woman avoids eye contact, if she hesitates when she moves, or if she stands firm, comfortable in her own skin. These small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. Beyond physical posture, there is an unseen energy that a woman carries. It is in the way she handles herself in different situations. Does she panic under pressure, or does she remain composed? Is she constantly fidgeting, or does she move with intention? A man notices the difference between a woman who is overwhelmed by life and one who walks with peace even in the middle of chaos. A woman's presence is shaped by how she treats herself, her self-care, her attention to the ogre, little things, and her ability to embrace who she is without. These small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. Seeking validation. These all speak louder than words. The way she dresses, not in extravagance, but in a way that reflects self-respect, does not go unnoticed. Every detail, from the way she lifts her chin to how she responds to being observed, reveals the depth of her inner confidence. A man pays attention to the way a woman reacts to the smallest things, even when she thinks no one is watching. It's not the big moments that reveal who she truly is, but the quiet, everyday situations that show her heart. He notices how she responds. These small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. When things don't go as planned, whether she gets frustrated over a minor inconvenience or remains calm, the way she handles delays, unexpected changes, or even a spilled drink speaks volumes about her patience and emotional stability. Watches how she treats people in passing, the ones who have no direct impact on her life. Does she acknowledge the waiter with kindness, or does she act as if they are invisible? Does she show gratitude for the small things, or does she take them for granted? These reactions, though seemingly insignificant, reveal her. These small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. Character A. Even in conversations, a man notices her tone when she disagrees. Does she respond with respect, or does she become defensive and dismissive? A woman who can handle differences of opinion without arrogance shows emotional intelligence. It's not just about what she says, but how she says it. A gentle response, a patient answer, a thoughtful pause. These are signs of a woman who understands the power of her reactions. He also sees how she responds to the power, joy of others. Is she genuinely happy when someone else succeeds, or does she? These small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. To become quiet and withdrawn, a woman's ability to celebrate others, to react with encouragement rather than envy is something a man takes note of. Even if he never mentions it, small reactions reveal the truth of a person's heart. Far more than words ever could, a man listens carefully, even when a woman thinks he isn't paying attention. Her words reveal more than just her thoughts. They expose her heart, her mindset, and her true nature. The way she speaks about herself, about others, and about life tells him everything he needs to know. A woman who these small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. Constantly speaks negatively, who complains about every little thing, unknowingly pushes people away, but a woman who speaks with wisdom, kindness, and grace draws others in. Without even trying, he notices the tone she uses, not just with him, with everyone around her. Is her voice filled with warmth, or does she sound harsh and impatient? Does she choose words that uplift, or does she tear people down with criticism? A woman who understands the power of her words is careful about what she says, because she knows that what she speaks reflects. These small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. To the state of her soul. Even in casual conversations, a man pays attention to the way she speaks about her past. Does she constantly bring up old wounds, or does she talk about growth? The way she speaks about her friends, does she celebrate them, or does she gossip and belittle them behind their backs? A man notices if a woman uses her words to inspire and encourage, or if she spreads negativity and drama. He listens to how she speaks to herself. A woman who constantly doubts her worth, who always downplays her abilities, reveals an insecurity that no. These small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. Amount of external beauty can hide, but a woman who speaks life into herself, who chooses words of faith, confidence, and purpose, carries a presence that cannot be ignored. Words are not just sounds, they shape reality, and a man watches closely to see what kind of reality a woman is building with hers. A man pays close attention to how a woman treats people, especially those who can do nothing for her. Respect is not just about how she behaves toward those she admires. Orbits from it is revealed in her. In her, these small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. Interactions. He notices whether she acknowledges the print of others. She looks, he watches how she speaks to waiters, cashiers, and service workers. Does she say thank you with sincerity, or does she act as if their presence is insignificant? Does she show patience when someone is struggling, or does she grow irritated and dismissive? A woman's respect for others is a reflection of her heart, and a man instinctively understands that how she treats strangers is a glimpse into how she will eventually treat him. Respect is not just. These small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. About words. It is in her actions. A woman who listens when someone speaks, who does not interrupt or talk over others, who values different perspectives without belittling them, carries a presence that commands admiration. A man notices if she rolls her eyes when she disagrees, if she mocks or speaks with sarcasm, or if she allows people to express themselves with dignity. He also sees how she respects boundaries, whether she honors people's time, whether she gossips or keeps confidence, whether she seeks to understand. Rather, these small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. Then judge. A woman who respects others naturally earns respect. In return, she does not demand it. She embodies it. The way she interacts with the world around her speaks volumes. And even when she thinks no one is watching, a man is quietly taking note of the woman. She truly is. A man notices a woman's laughter more than she realizes. It is not just the sound, but the sincerity behind it that captures his attention. There is a difference between polite laughter and genuine. joy. And he can tell when a woman is laughing. Because these small, seemingly unnoticed moments, reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. Truly feels it. Versus, when she is forcing a reaction, a real unguarded laugh is a glimpse into her soul, revealing a side of her that is free, comfortable, and authentic. He observes what makes her laugh. Does she find joy in simple moments, or does she only laugh when something grand happens? Does she have the ability to find humor even in difficult times? Or is her joy dependent on circumstances? A woman who can laugh freely without hesitation, without pretense, carries a spirit that is light and inviting. Her laughter is not just. These small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. About amusement, it is a reflection of how she embraces life. There is something magnetic about a woman whose laughter comes from a place of real happiness. It is different from forced. Giggles used to impress or fit in. A man notices when she laughs without worrying about appearances, when she allows herself to be in the moment. Rather than calculating how she is perceived, that kind of laughter is rare because it is pure, unfiltered, and real. He also pays attention to how she laughs with others. Does she laugh at people's expense? Or does she laugh in a these small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. A way that brings people closer. A woman who uses her joy to uplift, who shares her laughter without cruelty or mockery, creates an atmosphere where people feel safe and valued. A man may not always mention it, but he remembers the sound of a woman's real laughter, because it is a sound that stays with him long after the moment has passed. A man notices when a woman pays attention to the little things, even when she doesn't think it matters. It is not about grand gestures or extravagant displays of affection. It is the small, seemingly insignificant. These small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. Details that reveal how deeply she observes and cares. He sees when she remembers his favorite meal, when she notices the way he likes his coffee, or when she recalls something he mentioned in passing weeks ago. These little moments tell him that she listens, that she values what he says, and that she pays attention beyond the surface. He watches how she interacts with the world around her. Does she notice when someone is feeling left out? Does she take the time to acknowledge small acts of kindness? A woman who is attentive to details sees these small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are. What others overlook, she picks up on the mood of a room, the slight change in someone's tone, the unspoken emotions beneath a person's words. This awareness speaks of a heart that is sensitive and considerate. A man also observes how she takes care of herself, not in a materialistic way, but in the way she presents herself with intention. Does she put thought into how she carries herself? How she maintains the things she values? How she appreciates beauty in the simple things, her ability to notice and cherish details in her own. These small, seemingly unnoticed moments reveal far more than appearances. They reveal presence, substance, and the essence of who you truly are.
That's how you stay in control not just of the moment, but of your direction, your energy, and ultimately, your destiny. There's something quietly powerful, almost sacred, about not giving everyone access to your inner world. Not every person deserves to know what you think. Not every voice deserves a response. Not every situation warrants an explanation. Silence becomes a boundary, and boundaries are a form of self-respect. It's your way of saying, you don't get to go there. And when you move with that kind of self-containment and confidence, something incredible starts to happen. You begin attracting a different energy. Calmer energy, more respectful, more aligned with the version of you that values peace over performance. Silence also creates space. Space to hear yourself, your gut, your instincts, your real voice without being dragged in a dozen directions by noise and opinions that do not serve you. And when you create that space, you become sharper, More intuitive, more intentional. You move smarter, not louder. Let them wonder. Let them assume. Let them talk. You don't need to correct every rumor, defend every misunderstanding, or prove your worth to people committed to misunderstanding you. Because the truth? It always reveals itself in time, and when it does, your silence will speak louder than any defense ever could. You want to build real, lasting power? Learn to be unbothered. Learn to protect your peace, even in rooms where chaos is the currency. Learn to hold your silence, not as a weapon to hurt, but as a shield to protect. Because silence isn't weakness. It's the strongest move in the game when you know who you are and where you're going. If this message grounded you, opened your eyes, or reminded you of your strength, let it mark a new beginning. Like this video if you're choosing silence over struggle. Comment with what you're protecting and reclaiming in your life. Subscribe to Stoic today right now because your clarity, your calm, and your comeback deserve to be witnessed. Then click to watch the next video. This isn't the end, it's your elevation. Let's keep rising together.